Hello, Libra. I hope you're doing well. I would like to get into your reading for the second portion of April. My apologies for not being able to do the initial reading for the month. I have been incredibly busy and I had to tend to a lot of things. And so I got a couple of messages from people and comments, and I guess one of them sticks out to me. I believe her name was Ellen. I'm not sure. Something about you often slight Libra. What's the deal with that? Well, Ellen, I believe your name's Ellen. I'm sorry if you felt slighted. I didn't intentionally try to slight you. I don't know you, but, or Libra. I didn't try to slight Libra either. I work 7 days a week, and I work in physical rehabilitation, and I work with a lot of people, and so my energy goes there. I have 3 jobs within that type of field, and tarot is essentially a 4th. Now, I've held off from doing private readings because of how much time I have. I wanted to do them earlier and get them going for people, and offer them to people, but I don't want to offer that because my time is so spread thin. So I'm sorry if it felt personal. It wasn't personal that I didn't get to Libra. I definitely didn't intend to slight anybody, but those things come first in my life. Those are the things that pay my bills. This is a free service to you. So please don't come at me with a sense of entitlement. I owe you nothing, okay? And yeah, so I just wanted to mention that to you guys. And again, my apologies for not being able to get to you sooner, but I'm here now, and let's do it now. All right. Show me energies present for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. So you have the Knight of Wands popping out in reverse, first card. Show me more for Libra. Page of Swords in reverse. Ooh, that's some really interesting energy, Libra. What's up with that? What's going on here? Show me more for Libra. 5 of Pentacles in reverse with that energy. Four of Cups in reverse. 9 of Cups in reverse. Tower in reverse. And pull 3 more. Show me more for Libra. The Devil. Two of Wands. 8 of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the 7 of Cups. Okay. So first of all, options, decisions, figuring out what you want to do. This is basically what I'm feeling initially is that somebody is wanting to come back. Somebody is wanting to communicate. Somebody is also, I feel very secretive in many ways. They feel self-serving. They feel like they have an attitude. They feel, it's hard to get to know, or it's not that you don't know them. It feels like you know them, but it's hard to know what feels, I guess, honest, true, right, correct, honest with this person. With the Knight of Wands and the Page of Swords in reverse. The Knight of Wands is somebody who is essentially in and out of your life. They come in for a brief moment. Usually it tends to deal with somebody who wants to be physical with you, who wants to engage with you for a brief time in your life and then kind of flit out of your life. Oftentimes the Knight of Wands in reverse doesn't really have the best intentions in regard to you. So, it's best to, if they're a romp and like a roll in the hay, that may be where it needs to stay. This isn't somebody who you really want to maintain connection with for long term. I mean, and if you have maintained a connection with somebody that's operated like this for long term, it's almost as if that is coming to a close. The Page of Swords in reverse, that is more so the stalker card, you know, and it has a lot of other meanings as well. But what I'm feeling here in conjunction to this Knight of Wands in reverse, it's more like somebody who's watched, somebody who's gathered information, somebody who wants to come back into your life and resurrect something here, somebody who wants to communicate to you whatever it is. It's like whether they let you go, you let them go. Somebody is wanting to rectify something here. But I feel it's coming from a place of somebody who, either you, Libra, or this person, they're very emotionally out of sorts. They don't feel healthy-minded. They don't feel like they're emotionally stable. You know, and it feels like they're kind of re-entering into a situation because they think like it's going to, I don't know, like, is it like it gives them something that they may have not been able to receive elsewhere? And it highlights things for them. What I'm feeling is like this is highlighting certain things for them as far as like either being with you or you being with them. Somebody feels like, how do I say that? Things are being lit up for them. Like, okay, they have never experienced this particular feeling with anybody other than you. And I don't know what that feeling is because it's going to be a billion different things, but it's like it's highlighting certain things that they kind of have dormant and they can only get that through you. But it feels also that there's been a disconnection here where it's like, yeah, sure, okay, you can feel that with me, but that doesn't mean you're going to get it from me, you know? And so it's almost as if somebody's like trying to hold on to something that they experienced with somebody, and it could have been buried beneath way deep, and now it's coming out. Okay. And it's like, it's something that this whole situation, though, it's almost as if like we need to let go of it, and yet we're back to it. You know, I feel like this person, it's like they're showing good face, they're showing a nice face, but they're a wreck underneath. They feel emotionally out of sorts. It's like a wreckage. So they're trying to come back to a situation. You have three cards of wanting to come back. The Five of Pentacles in reverse, the Four of Cups in reverse, and the Tower in reverse. You know, but the thing is with the Tower in reverse, the situation is something that needs to be gone. It needs to let go. You know, sometimes we hold on to things way too long, past their expiration date, and it gets in the way of our own healing. You know, it's like we're in progress of healing ourselves and our mind and our spirit about things, but sometimes we can't let go. Especially, I'm just going to say this, air signs too, not just Libra, but air signs can get very much in their mind. They're all about, not all about thought, but heavily about thought, and can get emotionally stuck, and they just cycle it through the mental aspect, where feeling something is going to be far more impactful as far as moving something along, but we get stuck in our mind, you know. So it's almost as if there's like that emotional disconnect between the brain and the heart, the emotions. And with the Devil here too, it's like somebody who is coming back, this Knight of Wands with this Four of Cups in reverse, wanting to show back up, but it's like, has this person changed? You know, are we just kind of like, I don't want to, it's not massaging the ego, but it's more like, I don't know. I don't feel that this person has changed. I feel that this person is recognizing certain things that maybe you brought to them, Libra, certain things that you lit up for them, certain, you know, it's almost as if like you were the catalyst to them seeing things that they can now look at themselves and believe about themselves, things that they may have not known or believed in before within themselves. And now it's like there's been a disconnect, and then it's like they're watching. They want more. Somebody wants more here. And it's like soul soothing, though. It's weird. It's like somebody wants to like soul soothe. That's what I feel. And like you, Libra, are the one that does that for them, or they for you. But what is going on here, though, too, is that we have to remember this energy, you know. Do we remain in situations because we feel like we're somebody's savior? Do we remain in situations of toxicity because we feel that we can change somebody for the better? You know, or do we just observe that maybe these are the connections that we've had with somebody, or that these are the ways that somebody has acted in the past? And, you know, maybe that's not changing. You have the Knight of Wands with the Knight of Wands in reverse with the Four of Cups in reverse standing on top of the Devil. Like, that's the root energy for these two cards. Like, somebody who isn't necessarily for you, coming back for you, but still maintaining this energy. And this isn't the easiest energy to deal with. It's exhausting. And it requires somebody to look at themselves on a deeper level. But this person, I don't feel, is really willing to do that. You know, it's like they kind of want a soul soothing. They want that soothing aspect from you, but they also want to, like, have it on their terms. And that becomes very difficult, especially when you're already, like, moving away, where you're already parting the ways. You have the opportunity to go forth towards what you want, deal with your life on your terms. And, you know, it feels like this person re-entering your experience or re-engaging with this person almost keeps you in a place of mental frustration. Like, can I trust them? Is this something that's for me? Am I backtracking? You know, like, all of those things seem to be a little bit more so highlighted here for me. Especially too, with this Seven of Cups, like, you have options. I'm sure they have options too. The Knight of Wands in reverse often has a lot of options. Okay. This is somebody, I didn't say this, but this is considered the player card. Okay. Somebody who plays with people's emotions. They're in, they're out, they're, you know, engaged in sexual endeavors for the pleasure of the moment, but it doesn't mean that they're long lasting. With the Page of Swords here, though, in reverse, it also feels like this person has been watching you. And I feel that they're doing that because they feel very sad. I feel that they feel emotionally out of balance, and some aspect of this situation with you caused them to feel, I don't want to say whole, but closer to themselves than I think that they had been on their own. Something about you were like a catalyst or like a connecting point for them. It's like you help connect the dots to them. And maybe they haven't had that since you, and it's starting to, like, eat away at them, because it's like, well, how do I go about that? How do I do that? But it's also coming from a place of where we need to reflect, and maybe this person isn't reflecting enough. And so it's like they're leaving that aspect to you to fix, and that's not necessarily yours to fix. That's where we get into this type of energy, where we become bonded with people that we don't necessarily need to be in connection with any longer. Okay. Yeah, it's like, it feels like it's like backtracking. It feels like you have the world at your fingertips, but then it's like you have to look back at this. It's like, do I go in this direction or do I go in the other direction? What do I truly want from my life? And it feels like somebody is kind of at an internal tug of war in themselves in regard to this. And it's leaving them frustrated because the mental energy is like, it doesn't know what to do. It doesn't know what to trust. It doesn't know how to engage with this person, because maybe they are in and out and flighty, you know? So let's go ahead and pull some more for Libra. Show me the Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands in reverse for Libra. Show me the Knight of Wands in reverse for Libra. Show me the Knight of Wands in reverse for Libra. So the Four of Pentacles here for the Knight of Wands in reverse. The Four of Pentacles often, you know what, I feel in this regard, this person, it's like they have an ego. And it's like they, how do I say that? Due to the ego, due to the way that they operate in their life, it's very difficult for them to accept when they have been, when somebody can see through them, when somebody can view past their veneer. I hope that makes sense. And it's like they're holding on to this exterior, but it gets in the way. It's literally hiding a wounded person, okay? And they're out of balance, but they're holding on to that. That's a very difficult place to be coming from, because it doesn't really allow much in. It doesn't allow change to happen. It doesn't allow growth to happen. It's somebody that's looking outside of themselves for healing, for movement. when they need to be looking within themselves, but like the ego is stopping them, you know. And also there's something here too where it's like somebody is feeling as if oh, how do I say that, as if it's like being solid or being a solid person, a solid presence is not as easy for them to connect to or commit to, because it causes them to have to look within. It causes them to have to grow up. And that's difficult. That's difficult for some people to do, you know? So let's keep going. Show me the Page of Swords in reverse for Libra. See the Nine of Pentacles here, Libra, for the Page of Swords in reverse. So, you know, it's interesting if, yeah, and the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. What I was going to say is it's interesting because it's almost as if either you or this person has other people. You may be in a relationship all on your own, and this person comes back. This person wants to re-engage. There's something here about this person wanting to re-engage with you, but they're watching you, and they're watching you be on your own. And I think it's kind of eating away at them. They're wanting to re-engage, but it's like some of them know you're in a situation with somebody else. Some of them know that they have other, or you know that they have other people, and yet they're re-engaging here. But the truth of what I'm feeling here is too, like learning what you've experienced, learning from what you've experienced here, and moving forward with positivity, trying not to get blocked in your mind, trying not to get emotionally knocked off course, you know. I don't think that this person is satisfied in their life. I don't feel that this person is ready to accept what they need to accept in regard to growing. It's baby steps, and it feels like that is for them to learn. But again, I don't think that it's in your best interest, Libra, or whomever's best interest, to go back into this, because what it feels like is it connects you again to something that needs to be let go of. Show me the Five of Pentacles in reverse for Libra. And some of you too, in regard to this person, if they are going to try and communicate with you about wanting to come back in, I feel that some of you are going to be like, I don't feel like you're on the level with me. I don't feel like I can trust you. And I feel like this almost feels rushed, or it feels disconnected. And so it's a little more difficult for you to trust. Show me the Five of Pentacles in reverse for Libra. It's like you're taken aback, but like also like, no, I'm good, dude. Like I don't need to venture back in. Like it feels like, I'm satisfied on my own. I can do this on my own. I thank you for letting me know what you feel about me, or like how I made you feel, or what I brought to light in your life. But maybe that was the extent of the learning lesson there. Maybe that was the extent of what we needed to do together. And that's that. Thank you. So we have the Six of Swords for the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So essentially, you know, somebody wanted to come back, but, you know, and they want to change things in a certain way. They want to move past stuff. But I also feel here too, Libra, I think that this is more your energy of wanting to move past a certain situation, wanting to get out of a certain way of things. I don't even think burying the hatchet is like the right term. I feel it's almost like, okay, this is what it was. This is what it provided. This is not what it does for me anymore, you know, and I'm sorry that you're stuck there, you know, but it feels like this person needs to grow. This person needs to really excavate themselves in some deep ways to, you know, not re-engage with people where the bond has been severed, you know, and that's easier said than done. But it feels like this person, in a way, is more so, it's like they don't know how to go about that. They don't know how to be serious about that. Show me the Four of Cups in reverse. So you have the Queen of Pentacles here, Libra. So you could be dealing with a earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You do have Capricorn here, very very heavily placed. But you have the Five of Cups here too, underneath this. I feel like this person is watching you. This person is watching you grow. They're watching you experience life on your own terms. This queen, she does things on her own terms. She creates things from nothing. She moves forward from situations that don't serve her, and she works on what does, you know, and she tends to her home. She tends to her inner sanctum. She tends to her own stability, finances. She's an entrepreneur. Like, it's almost as if this person is seeing you and you're like becoming more and more mouth-wateringly attractive to this person, but they're still coming from a place of not movement, no growth. It's minimal. And not all people are going to grow at the same point in time. We don't all grow at the same pace. But you lit up something for this person big time, or they did for you. But I feel here too, it's like, this is where you're at, Libra. Could be them, but this is where somebody is at. We would rather work on our own stuff. We would rather do our own thing, take care of ourselves, tend to ourselves, you know. If you're already in a separate relationship from this, it's like you'd rather work on that, nurture that, you know. I'm good on my own, thank you. I recognize what happened here, and I'm good. Show me the devil for Libra. Why is the devil here for Libra? Show me the devil. So you have the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Nine of Wands here with this devil energy. Okay. But you also have the Nine of Swords here. So in regard to this situation, this is basically somebody coming back and wanting to communicate with you, that they want to. Eight of Wands talks about heavy communication, emails, phone calls. The Knight of Cups talks about somebody who wants to offer something to you, emotional. They want to clear the air emotionally. They want to open themselves up emotionally. Sometimes it can cause people to feel off guard, though, especially if you've had negative experience with this person. With the Nine of Wands here and the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck, this is essentially being very defensive towards somebody, wanting to move away from a situation, evaluating a thing because it